Hey, this is gonna be not a CD update, but a update on a bunch of vinyl records. Yeah, vinyl records. I finally made that transition. Got me a record player over there now, and I'll be able to play it. That kind of thing. Um, Currently, I'm expecting more in the mail, but this is pretty much my collection as of right now. At this moment, it's like what 15 records. I'm gonna try to get through these as quickly as I can. Try to go into as much detail, but first, this is my Kid A 10-inch. Kid A from Radiohead. Well-known experimental rock, art rock, Britpop type band. Yeah, it's a 10-inch. It's got two different LPs, four sides essentially. Yeah, I'm more of an OK computer type person, but this is definitely a close second, especially given how it sounds on vinyl. I think it sounds great on vinyl. Excellent on vinyl. Especially songs like Idioteque and How to Disappear Completely and National Anthem. Yeah. Okay. Neutral Milk Hotel is in the Airplane Over the Sea. Yeah, I already have this on CD, but felt like getting this on vinyl since I really love this album a lot. It's not a gatefold, unfortunately. It's just one side, and it's got what do you expect on the CD? Yeah, this thing. It's got the track listing and the lyrics right there, personnel and all that. Sounds really great too, of course. Digging it a lot. Yeah. In the Airplane Over the Sea, Neutral Milk Hotel. Definitely something you need to get into if you're someone that likes indie folk, indie rock, lo-fi music, that kind of thing. Okay. Black Sabbath's Paranoid, my favorite Black Sabbath album. I have this on vinyl now. Yay. Yay. And yeah, if you don't know, it's got War Pigs on it. Iron Man, Hand of Doom. I like Hand of Doom a lot. Single one, too sad, but it's got gatefold. I love me some gatefold. Got the band right there. The only one I can immediately point out is Ozzy, for whatever reason. Well, because he's, Ozzy, freaking Osbourne. Nothing really much to say about the LP, about the record. It's got that sleeve on it, that Warner Brothers sleeve on it, not label on it. Yeah, and it sounds really great too. They all sound pretty great on vinyl. Do love me some vinyl. Hope to get some more later. Arcade Fire's Funeral. I have this on CD too, but I like it better on vinyl. Especially all the thing about vinyl is that it really clears out it clears out the drums and the bass and all that. It makes everything sound more free. Which could be a downside if I ever get a hip-hop vinyl, and I'm trying to get a hip-hop vinyl. But, yeah, it's great. This one in particular, if you've been meaning to get into Arcade Fire, start here or their debut EP, their self-titled debut EP. It's nice. Really, really nice. Alright, next one. Modest Mouse is good news for people who love bad news. If you're meaning to get into Modest Mouse, which I hope people start to, since they have a new album coming out in the next month, or 2 weeks actually, 3 weeks, something like that. Start here. It's the gateway Modest Mouse album that people start getting into Modest Mouse listening to. It's not a gatefold. It comes in It's 2 separate sleeves. Let's see if I can do this backwards. Yeah, they got this thing. Now you know this is this is the A side. I think this is the A side. Yeah, I think it's the A side. But yeah. The cool thing about the vinyl edition of this album is that it's got a bonus track that doesn't appear on CDs. I don't think it appears on CDs anyway. Certainly didn't appear on the digital version I got. But if you're looking to get into indie rock that's like really eccentric, really out there, really unique, get into Modest Mouse. Especially, like I said, they have a new album, Strangers to Ourselves, I believe it's called. Coming out March. They actually delayed the release by a couple weeks, so yeah, it's going to be out in a month. Okay, bam! Look, my Tom Waits. I got the Tom Waits album that got me into Tom Waits in the first place on vinyl. Mule Variations. Still waiting to get Rain Dogs on vinyl, but which I'm working on. But I got me Mule Variations. Look, lyrics for every single song on the album. I think that's really freaking sweet. Was there anything about the labeling? Was there anything about the labeling that I thought was peculiar? I can't remember. I listened to it once, but I didn't. Nah, never mind. It's not gonna want to. Oh, there we go. Anything about the labeling? Yeah, it just got the whatever on it. Yeah, if you're looking to get into Tom Waits, try this one or Rain Dogs. A lot of people start with Rain Dogs, but I started with this one, and it's done me well, really well. I'm trying to get more of Tom Waits stuff on CD. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I got the Seer on vinyl. My favorite, maybe not my favorite Swans album. Might be To Be Kind, but it's a close second if it's not my favorite. Yeah, huge album, pretty huge album, like 119 minutes, so it occupies like three records, so 6 sides. Why is that sliding out? Go back in there. Get back in there. But yeah, 6 sides. There's a poster that you can download. You download a digital version of this album. I don't know. I haven't done that yet because I already have it on digital and on CD. Lyrics in the middle, personnel and all that. Photos of the members of the band. Swans are Michael Gira and 5 other people. But yeah, if you like post-punk, if you like noise music, if you like post-rock, if you like all that kind of stuff, if you like your music progressive and experimental, look into this album, and look into Swans in general. You will not be disappointed, I don't think. No, sir, you will not be disappointed. Okay. Boom! My favorite Bjork album on vinyl. Yeah, I had to. The majority of what I've been getting, I got from Amazon.com, but they did not have this on Amazon for a price I wanted, so took liberty on myself to go to Discogs. Got me this beauty. Vesper Team. Gatefold. In this is probably my favorite Bjork album. Volnicura, the new one that came out like this past month, is a close second, kinda, but only because it borrows a lot of themes and production cues from this album. It sounds interesting on vinyl because it like implements the static really well that normally comes from playing vinyl. So does my Cosmogramma vinyl, which I haven't showed you yet, but I'm getting there. I've got, okay, I don't know if I'll be able to do this on video, but whatever. We'll roll with it. we'll roll with it. Embryonic by the Flaming Lips. Actually, pretty much my favorite Flaming Lips album. Helped me get into the band a little more, apart from their Flaming Lips and Hetty Fuentes album, which I just consider a compilation. Along with that, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band cover that they did with like a million other people. This comes with a CD, which I think is pretty cool. See if I can find it. There it is. See if I can pull it out. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it comes with a CD version, even though I already have this on CD, which I think is pretty cool. People that really want to get into the vinyl can like put this in their car, or put it on an iPod, put it on their iPod. Yeah. If you like space rock, if you like experimental rock, if you like noise rock, if you like psychedelic music, yeah, get into this. You'll love it. You will most certainly love it. Okay. Next one. Got that Surfer Rosa, Pixies. Or Pixies, Surfer Rosa, same thing. Yeah, I like this. Like, when I first listened to Surfer Rosa, like, the first few times, I thought, okay, yeah, this is pretty great. But I love it more because I played it on vinyl. The drums are clearer, bass is clearer, everything's clearer. Love this sleeve right here for the record, which feels pretty thick. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, if I can pull it out. Oh, yeah, see that? Yeah, you see that label? Oh, yeah. Love that label. I'm like a little kid when it comes to music. Not a bad thing, I don't see that going away. If you like your, like, proto-alternative, like everything about alternative music that was before Nirvana blew up the genre with grunge music, look into it. I think you'd like it. I like it. I love it. Speaking of alternative music, Portishead's Dummy. Trip hop group. I thought they were a trio, but they're a group from the 90s that put out some really great albums. Got the gatefold with like the little artwork for each song, plus the what was all sampled and what was all performed and by who. This is a 2014 reissue, not an original. Yeah. But yeah, if the starter pack for trip hop, I would say this and two Massive Attack albums, Blue Lines and Mezzanine. Mezzanine being my favorite. Need to get that on vinyl at some point. But do look into Porous Head. They don't really have a terrible album. They've only had 3 studio albums, but they don't really have a terrible one. Got me some jazz. Oh, I got me some jazz. Yeah, I love Supreme by John Coltrane. I haven't listened to enough. No, don't slide out. Stay back in there. Get back in there. But yeah, I haven't listened to enough Coltrane or jazz in general to know if this is going to be my favorite Coltrane album, but it's certainly great. 4 tracks, 32 minutes long. Avant Jazz starter pack right here. This and Ornette Coleman's Shape of Jazz to Come. Maybe Miles Davis's Kind of Blue. I want to get Bitches Brew, but I don't have it. But do look into Coltrane. He was certainly a talent at the saxophone, and pretty much organizing jazz music in general. Speaking of Coltrane, speaking of jazz, thinking of reinventing the wheel kind of music, Cosmogramma by Flying Lotus. Not my favorite Flying Lotus album. It's certainly close to You're Dead. Like I could just overtake it in favorites later. But right now, this is my second favorite. Oh yeah, let's see if I can. Yeah, okay. Oh yes, oh yeah. Loving that vinyl. What I like the CD about the version of this more only because of our work. The CD itself is pretty wild looking, but the vinyl itself makes up for it for its wild looking sleeves. Yeah. Oh, hold on, I lost track of what I was doing. Hang on. Alright. But if you've ever been looking to get into Flying Lotus or IDM in general, IDM, new jazz, left field hip hop, that kind of thing, look at Flying Lotus. He to me is probably the single most important producer in electronic music, and arguably even jazz music. At least to me, anyway. And I have justification to believe so. So yeah, I didn't stack all that in my whatever. I'll fix it later. And finally, my favorite album of all time, yeah, Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited. It's got the classic like a Rolling Stone, Ballad of the Thin Man, Desolation Row, which is my favorite, not just Bob Dylan song, but song in general. Yeah, it's not a gatefold. I think all vinyl should be gatefold, but if it's just one, there's just one record inside, I get it, but I think it all should be gatefold because it seems much more interesting and more organized that way. Got some notes in the back. Bob Dylan saying some pretty weird stuff that sounds really metaphorical, and I lack the time to dissect poetically. If you're looking to get into Dylan, I got into him listening to this Greatest Hits album, that transitioned to Tempest, and which eventually transitioned to this. And I'm glad it transitioned to this. But yeah, look into his 60s work. Look into the former half of the 70s, for the most part. Look into his late 90s and his 2000s, unless if you don't like, gravelly old man vocals or something like that. But yeah, that's my collection as of right now. I'll do another video later once I get a substantial amount more. Okay.